Single arm bench press on the terracord. Go ahead and grab your dumbbell, have a seat on the end of the terracord, and then lay back. I would really advise that you grab your dumbbell before you lay down. You can sit down and then grab it. It's just really hard to grab your dumbbell once you've actually laid down. So what you're going to do, lay back, single arm bench press, and can be anywhere except for I don't want it on the ground. Up and down, 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. For 10 on one arm, 10 on the other arm. After 10 per arm with the single arm terracord bench press, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is narrow grip push-ups. We're going to go ahead and use the bar here. You want to get your hands as close together as you can handle. What I like to do is just take my thumbs, line them up, and then close them from there. You're going to take your elbows, you're going to turn them in, drive them up and down off your sides here. We're trying to focus on the triceps for this one. 10 to 20 reps here. Hopefully we can get to 20. After your 20 reps on the narrow grip press, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is... Alright, so we're going to do a double French press using the dumbbells here. So that just means you're going to use 2 dumbbells, hold them straight up. If you need to lock them together, you can. I prefer you don't, but if you need to, go ahead. What you're going to do, start with your arms straight up, bend your elbows to where the top of the dumbbells get to the top of your head, and extend it back up 10 times. After 10 reps of the double French press, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is wall sits. What you're going to do here is sit down as low as you can comfortably. All you're going to do is hold it for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds of the wall sit, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is kickstand squats. You're going to have one foot slightly forward. You're going to take your other foot and you're going to be on your toe, heel up. You want that toe basically to be right behind the other heel. What you're going to do here, you don't want to be in a full lunge position, just a slight stagger. You're going to sit down as low as you can comfortably, slight pause, come back up. So whatever range of motion that is, if this is here for you, so be it. Slight pause, come back up. Again, whatever range of motion you got. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, go ahead and switch legs, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the kickstand squats, we'll move on to your next exercise, which is leg raises. So what you're going to go ahead and do, have a seat on the ground or the mat. Want to make sure you're sitting down, you're not laying down. What you're going to do, just lift your leg up as high as you can, put it back down, don't actually let it touch, just get as close as you can. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, switch legs, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the leg raises, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is dumbbell elevated pullover. So the elevated part is your legs. You're going to go ahead and have your legs up in the air, knees bent. Don't need them way up like this. Put them right here. This just incorporates the core a lot more. From here, arms as straight as possible, starting up over your chest. Go back as far as you can comfortably. When you find that position, pause slightly. Bring it back over your chest. A little bit of bend in the elbows is totally fine. I just don't want you doing this. So we're going to do 10 reps here. After 10 reps on the elevated pullovers, we'll move on to your next exercise, which is dumbbell rows. You're going to go ahead and kneel on the bench. Whatever hand you're pulling with, make sure that same foot is on the ground. Range of motion is going to be looking like this. If you have the wrong leg, you can't do it. It just puts a lot of extra torque on the lower back. So let's make sure we're not doing that. What we're going to do here, just nice controlled range of motion, up and down, 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. After 10 on one side, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per arm on the dumbbell rows, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is negative hammer curls. So you're going to grab the dumbbells in a hammer position. From there, you're going to curl it up normal, but we're going to go down nice and slow. Make it take about 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. We're going to do 10 reps here. After 10 of the negative hammer curls, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is seated good mornings. You're going to go ahead and grab your mobility stick, have a seat on the bench. The farther you widen out your feet, the harder this is going to be on your hips, the harder it's going to be in general. What you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and take the mobility stick, put it up on your shoulders. From here, lean as far forward as you can, pause slightly, come back up, go ahead and give me 10 of those. And then after 10 of the seated good mornings, go ahead and move on to the next exercise, which is monster walk. So this one is the lighter one, the cloth ones are the heavier ones. If you use the cloth one, put it around your knees. If you use this one, which I'm going to use so you can see what I'm doing. If you want it to be a little bit lighter, put it around your knees. If you want it to be a little bit heavier, put it around your ankles. What we're going to do here, keep your feet as separated as possible. What you're going to do, you're going to walk down and back. If you feel comfortable walking backwards on the way backwards, please walk backwards. If you don't feel comfortable, go ahead and turn around. If you want to sit slightly, it makes the exercise a little bit harder. Once you get all the way down, go ahead and walk back. After you're done with the monster walk, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is single-legged bridges. So you're going to take one foot, put it across your knee. From here, you're going to lift up into a bridge position, slight pause, back down, 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, switch sides, 10 on the other leg. After 10 per leg of the single-legged bridges, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is lying leg curls. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take a thigh off the ground. From here, you're going to curl your heel into your butt, straighten your leg back out, keep the thigh up the whole time. 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. If the thigh is on the ground, this tends to be very easy. So leg up, curl it in, 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one leg, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the lying leg lifts, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is sit and reach. So what you're going to do here, lay back, sit up, reach for your toes, lay back down. Go ahead and give me 10 of these. After 10 of the sit and reach, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is bicycles. We're going to do 10 to 20 per leg here, 20 to 40 total, whatever you can handle. You're going to bring your elbow to your opposite knee, alternate back and forth. Good. After the bicycles, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is reverse supers. Arms behind you, legs out in front of you, the arms slightly off the ground, legs slightly off the ground. The lower everything is to the ground, the straighter everything is, the harder it gets. If it's too hard or too painful on your back, the higher things are, the easier it gets. And then simultaneously, if you want to take more pressure off of the back, but still puts a little more effort into the abs, the more you bend, the easier it is on the lower back. So whatever you're going to do, the idea is to hold it, count to 30. After 30 seconds there, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is